Welcome back to this video. So let's create a distribution queue. I already explained those one. Once again, define. This is the queue manager 1. Let me clear the space. I will make queue manager 1 as a center and queue manager 2 as a receiver. For the center, we must have a local a transmission queue, we must have a remote queue, we must have a listener, we must have a channel. Let's do it one by one. Let's exit and copy paste it. And also let me show you, we have a local queue. There's nothing to do. There's no remote queue, transmission queue, no channel, no listener. Again, on the queue manager 2, only destination queue we have. That is okay. There's just a local queue and there's only 3 messages on that. I want to clear the message from it. Let's clear it up. You could use the putty to clean and put the message. I want to use it that way because it's a little bit easy. But I will put a comment how you use the putty to put the message. So let's create it now and copy. Okay, we must go to the, for some reason we must go to the MQA scripting. We run, I think we have it. Run MQ scripting. First is 1. We will go right here, then gonna make sure it's a good idea always to type and paste, so that way you don't make any mistake. First type it, then clean up all the mistake, then copy and paste each time, so that way you know there's no mistake in it. Copy and paste, and let's start it as a channel I create, listener, and I'm gonna start my listener. Now I'm gonna create channel name. I already said the channel name must match the channel type, and the channel type is a center because I want to make this a center, and this transportation type is a TCP's protocol type. Connection, we must give the localhost because it's my computer. I want to use localhost. Otherwise, you will use the IP of this queue manager. It is Q1, but you will use this queue manager IP, and plus this port is this port listener port number. You make sure you use it, not this one. Your own now. This one because you want to establish connection, and also you need to mention your transmission queue the way we created right here. Transmission queue, define local queue transmission queue, and we made it transmission is a local queue, but we made it transmission. And create remote queue, and a remote queue we gave them a remote queue name. I just name it remote destination queue, and also I put the this remote queue name. Make sure you remember this local queue, that would be local queue on my queue manager 1, but I need to mention it right here, so that way I send a message to this one. There's a remote queue name, and also remote queue manager name, this queue manager name, and I mentioned right here. And also I need to mention my transition queue. So let's check to where we were on the listener we created. Let's create channel. We will create channel. Now we create one. Let's exit and go to exit, and now we're gonna go back to the, you could display all the information. Just say display channel and you will see all the channels. Say display listener, you will see all listener. On the queue manager 2, we say channel, we give them same channel name. Whatever you give them in the center, you will also name it, and receiver 2. This channel type is receiver, and the protocol, we don't that much information we need, just channel type, and the protocol is TCP. And this channel we define. Okay, we create channel. Now let's create a listener in this port. We signed up port to it, and we need to start it. So I will put all this command on the description video. And then I will put also this one. This is just the extra command. Below that is the extra command, is up to you. So now we create all. If you come right here, now if you check your queue, we create, you see, this is our transmission queue. This is our remote queue. And we have a channel which is not running, and also we have a channel on the queue manager too. You cannot start it right here because this is a kind of receiver channel. You must start your center channel first. Center channel first. You make sure you could start it from over there, but you see center channel, this was stored by automatically, that one. See, it's stored because you stored that one. And listener is stored, and I check listener stored. We just create that one list. We want to send message to this queue. Right now there is nothing, no message. You see 00. Let's send a message. Go to your queue. You see this queue we already specify. If you check the property, see we specify the queue manager, our queue manager, and there's a remote queue name. This remote queue exists on the queue manager too. So let's send a message. We will send, you see, we put message. You could use the command EMC put message, EMC EMS put message, EMS get message. But I want to do it right here. I say hi. And the second is salam, and third one is just listen Ahmad. See, I sent 3 message. Now I sent 3. Just come back to your queue. Now you see I received 3 messages, and also they say open out count. That means it connected to one queue manager. Let's open it. If you want to browse it, like you could use the get message over there and say data. You see this one is salam, the second message, and the first one was hi, I believe. Ahmad, the become like first become right here is by time, and that's a hi. So now it's working fine. So I will put all the like how you create it and the comment on the video, on the video description. So once again, in order to create distribution queue, you must have a transmission queue. The transmission queue, you will define it, and you say queue local because it's a local, and the name of transmission queue, and you will make it as a XMIT queue. That way become transmission. Then remote queue, and remote queue we name them your queue, and also we need a remote queue name, which is from right here, and also we need a remote queue manager, and we also need to mention our transmission queue, and plus we need to create this channel. This one we created just to in case we want to send it back. We want to create another channel that from queue manager 2 you want to send data to queue manager 1. Then you need to use this port, and also you need to reverse that. You need to create that much channel and that much on right here. Like you need to reverse this mechanism. Like you need to create all that component which I created on a center, and also you need to create that much component and receiver right here. So listener, you want to create is a listener, then listener name, that the protocol type is TCP and port. And also you could create it like first just create listener. You could also come right here, you could create it the channel. Just click right here and say channel. Is a different type of channel. It's a center channel, server channel, receiver channel. If you check the property, the general information it need. You see the general information you must provide. Transmission protocol is TCP. There's a different type of protocol, and connection type, and also transmission queue. You could pick it from right here, your transmission queue. Whatever you create as a local, and you make him transmission queue right here. And type center, you see the type center is a center type SDR, and this is the name of, and it is running mode. If you want to create a transmission queue, just create a queue, then click. Let's say I want to make this one as a transmission queue. The receiver property, we see there's a usage is a normal. You just make him transmission. That become transmission. And if you check that one, there's a transmission queue. You make that queue as a transmission. Remote queue also, you just check, you provide them general information. This is the general. You need to provide transmission queue, your remote queue manager, and your remote queue. And that's the queue manager where and is a persistent and non-persistent. You could pick Persistent mean message is important. You don't want to lose it in case if on the way if they're disconnected or the queue is full, they will retry it. If it's non-persistent, in case the queue is down or the queue manager is down, you might lost it. So, and the channel listener too, you just click right here if you want to create it, and it's a channel, what type of channel you want. We create TCP, and you need to provide those general information. Run TCP, and there's only port number, transmission type, and that's all you need to provide. And transmission type, port number, and name. And also they say control is manual, so each time that will start manually. If you want to change it automatically, you will pick as automatically, right? Or queue manager starter, so you could change it like each time you will start that manually, like click on it, start and stop, like stuff like that. So that was the distribution queue. See you on the next video.